Thanks for staying with us. You can still call us on the numbers on your screen. We'd like to hear your thoughts and views on this conversation. 020-1635-2013, 090-241-63440. You can also tweet to us at TVC, and your YouTube will be happy to hear your thoughts. Any comments so far, or you want to jump in?
Yes, we have some comments.
Go ahead,
somebody says Governor Siminalayi Fubara was not smart at all. He would have played the fool for the first 4 years. Then the next, he will enter the town fully and show himself. He was too quick and people deceived him. I would just say that going forward, for this second opportunity that you have been given, do the most that you can within the context and the framework of what or where your power resides. The people of Rivers State, to a large extent, can still benefit from your governance, depending on how you choose to go. So all of those pending projects, this is the time to start to execute while you continue to play your position. This is what you signed up for. So just live out the course of your tenure and create the most impact that you can create.
The reason why I'm really confused about this thing is because I've always argued that I know that democracy as it is doesn't work for us. But Nigerians always make it look as if, oh, we're playing democracy, because they're playing that democracy card when something happens in a state and maybe a governor takes action and says, is that, or maybe the president says something about the governor and says that he's an independent state. How can the president influence it? You know, so these things happen. And you still think for a second that as a nation, what game are we playing? Because, I mean, the other time I was in China, and it's a socialist communist system where certain things, you can't do certain things. Every public the facility is for the people, and you cannot take ownership. And there are certain things that they follow you up to the letter. So, and that's something that in our own setting, it would be as if you are infringing on my right to do certain things, and they will infringe. They were infringing because there's a system of what they want to do. So my question is, how therefore? Because let us choose as a nation which system of government will work for us.
For a long time. You know,
that confusion, we must realize that we are confused.
No, we were stunted. We were made to look less of ourselves. So we couldn't actually arrive at one collective one that is designed, factored without colonial influence, to arrive at a system of government that will work for us. These countries that we mentioned, they have decided. If you go to UAE, they know they do democracy there, but we go there, we love the system. We like how it's organized. We come back home, we want freedom. We want democracy, anyhow things. And the democracy we use, we say, no, it's not the same democracy they have in Britain. It's not parliamentarian, it's presidential. The free for all, we like it. So we really have a confusion as to where we are. That's why I say democracy as a government, as a system of government, is a very defective system, unlike what we thought. There's not government for any people, for people.
Is it not? Even US now, can't you see how defective it is?
It's for them. And it's the them thing we are suffering from. So we'll find a way. But the fact is that you cannot run office as a politician and pretend that the system
doesn't matter.
You must play it the way you understand it. So what we are doing now is, using this our own democracy, we must align it with our culture, our behavior, our reality and tradition, because it's very, very mixed. Our traditional rulers, they have say. Godfathers, everybody has say. Who is really controlling population? It's a matter of numbers. Who is controlling the numbers? Who has more numbers? You play that game. You cannot now play it, finish, enter office, say, let's kill that person, let me remove that person. I wondered what Governor Fubara was thinking when he went to Bond and declared the House of Assembly locked. I wonder what he was thinking.
He probably had some backing.
That is the problem. You see those backing. You see those backing. If I were him, I would not greet those people again.
The way they used to say that a fly that does not have a technical advisor is the one that goes into the grave with the corpse. That's how he has played. Let me take this call.
I'll go back to you, Dami. Damilola, thanks. Adebayo, thanks for calling. You're live.
We
lost that call. Listen, everybody has political back. We have to take a few tweets and we'll wrap up on this. Go ahead.
Okay, so I also think that in this system, there's been a template that has been run over the years. I don't think that there will be anybody that is ascribed a godson that will have enough footing to oust his godfather. Because your godfather is like steps ahead of you. They brought you in. They babied you into it. We saw a portion of that happen in Lagos State here, even where we're indigenous. I remember that I had a long call with my father trying to tell me what happened, trying to put me into the political landscape, what it was, what the meeting had been. And to me, it seems like you people want a different destination, but you are going the same route. You cannot be traveling Lagos Ibadan Express Road and expect that you are going to end up somewhere in Kafansha. It's not possible. So if we do not really understand our route and look at which options is best for us, that we will follow through. Because the problem is still we humans. We are the ones that will say, oh, the crown sits well. And we are the ones that will come back and say, ah, this crown is shaking. So what do humans, what do we want as a people? If we don't align, even confab is joking.
Yes.
If we do not sit and agree and follow it through.
Let me take
We have to wrap up. We have to take a
messages.
few comments.
Yesterday says, Nyma, stop giving excuses. Nigeria has been independent since 1960. No worry, continue. Sir Corey Michael says, Nyma, democracy is defined. This is not our democracy. No worry, continue. Bukola says, okay, brilliant submission.
I think Titilola Akinubi says Godfather is everywhere, though subtle in some places. Just in Lagos here, the State House of Assembly impeached the Speaker. The Godfather reinstated.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Mount Rushmore says, Wike is not the only person to sponsor a successor. Even Tinubu gives his godson freedom to govern. He will wait for you at a junction of second term.
So, you know, this thing of Godfatherism, or this thing, it is the people that empowers that Godfather system. Because imagine if the people of River State stood firmly behind Fubara, for example. Because the truth is that, you see, when you look back and you don't see anybody, that's why you have to go back to the place and you go back to your
where you're coming from.
Because the impact of the power that the people truly have.
Yes.
In their numbers, if 100% of River State people, regular people, where we feel. So what impact does that truly have when it comes down to it?
You know, you cannot have impact.
Democracy gives them that power.
Which
because the real democracy in its sense gives them that power. Because the other day they wanted to remove Natasha. They were looking for numbers all over the place. They didn't find the numbers.
Natasha have a number.
You see
in her constituency, she have a number.
It's
Natasha that have a number. Oh.
They didn't roll her
she
in.
don't have a number. You know, when I borrow Morayo's number to run for office, it's different. In Rivers State, hold on. In Rivers State, people have forgotten how difficult it is to have their elections. It used to be gone with elections. Now me go tell you where to queue and vote. That's how Rivers State elections are known for.
Yeah.
And so we know how they got the numbers. And we know you cannot now get the numbers that and be saying the people of Rivers State. Which people, if they hear Papa, how many people will really come out?
You know, even Benue. Remember I was saying the other day that, you know, when the devastating killing happened in Benue, and it happened day one, we didn't see the people come out. It was until one person in living in Abuja came all the way, did a video. You know, so I'm talking the responsibility of the people now. Because if the people know something like this happened in our town, and they came out en masse and said, we need accountability on this, nothing happened. So it's still the people that empowers this complacency of our democracy, this weakening of our democracy. Because if you are indeed about democracy as it should be, if Fubara should feel empowered by the numbers behind him. Unfortunately, he looked back and the people are also...
They were sleeping.
They're sleeping. That's why I had to go back to his first place. His Godfather, well, let me reconcile because you are the one bringing me here.
I'm on my own.
You know,
They're pushing me.
They're not there. So that's feedback to Nigerians. That as we are seeing, as we're moving forward to our elections, let's be sure. What do we really want as a people? We need to be very clear. Because obviously it's not clear.
Let's demand that the elites, these informed people that we those of us that we usually come out to say this is how democracy should be, all those right-thinking Nigerians who come out after the fact every time, especially in Rivers State, to come and be deciding what was right and what was wrong. Can you people please go to the polls? Carry your children, go to the polls.
Yeah, so...
Go and decide who is in office so you can decide how the democracy will run. It's not the people who are ready to do one man shot, 10 man die politics at elections that you could be talking to. Because when they decide, you cannot say anything after.
That's all we can take on this, and we're wishing Governor Fubara the best and the entire people of River State. Let's go on a very short break. When we come back, we'll move on to the next segment. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.